Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
We're just a goofy couple in love that loves reacting to some Genshin Impact.
Yes, we do.
So this is part 3, the final part of our Omnipresence over Mortals cutscene reaction for Genshin Impact. And you can get early ad-free access. You can get a month ahead over on Patreon. Links in the description of this video. You can go to patreon.com/definitely-not-definitive. Yep. You can get early access here as well on YouTube by going and hit the join button down below. And then the benefit of Patreon is you also get early ad-free access for our other channel.
Yeah. But
if you're here on YouTube, you know, all you care about is game channel, then hit the little join button down below.
There are options.
Yeah, exactly. All right, you ready to do this?
I'm ready.
Okay. There she is.
The way people charge in here as they please. So uncivilized. If I didn't know this was Tenshukaku, I might have mistaken it for some kind of street market. Have you learned your lesson now?
Oh no! What has she done to Kujusara?
Beat her ass?
The right to punish Inazumans for their crimes is mine alone. Not yours, Signora. Then I apologize, Almighty Shogun. I know, you can't get me out of your mind. But you really don't need to call my name all the time. Don't go thinking I'm surprised to see you here. I'm well aware that you hate me, with the way you follow me around like a dark shadow.
You're secretly disturbing delusions.
Distributing so you came delusions. To expose my crimes in front of the Shogun? I'm just a Snezhnayan diplomat. I'm afraid I have no idea what you're talking about.
She doesn't take us seriously at all.
Nope.
Stop talking about people and things that I care nothing about. They were nobodies to begin with, and their names will be forgotten. But now, at least, they get to be building blocks in the grand revolution to realize eternity. Is that not the greatest honor they could hope for in their tiny little lives? Almighty Shogun, do correct me if I'm wrong.
Shogun's sleeping.
That's ancient history. You certainly love to hold a grudge. The Tsaritsa's dream is the noblest and purest thing in all the world. These other mundane details you insist on mentioning, they're just necessary sacrifices. That's all.
It's time for me to put a stop to this. Nice.
Stop me? For what it's worth, I've grown tired of seeing you around as well. But I didn't have you down as someone quite so foolhardy. Before you go saying something you can't take back, remember that you're Inazuma's most wanted criminal. I suggest you consider your circumstances very carefully.
Considered. Let's throw it
Charging
down.
into Tenshukaku uninvited and lecturing me in front of the Shogun wasn't the brightest move. Don't you think it's time you stopped digging? I'm not sure you realize quite how much distance there is between us, both in status and in strength.
I challenge you to a duel before the throne!
Character speaks.
Proceed. My, you're full of surprises today. So you've learned to make the law of the land work for you too, I'll admit that I never expected to be in a situation where the two of us were on equal footing. You are aware
What is that spinning?
the loser must die. Are you sure this is what
She
you
has,
want?
like, a fancy staff.
Traveler!
Then I will deign to share this last dance with you.
I guess not.
Till death do us part!
Maybe her costume has an antenna.
A lesson on harbinger power and elegance?
Okay.
As you wish.
What she really meant was, I'm going to kill you.
Your head's off!
You've got some nerve laying your hands on me. Harbinger Stranger power has become burdensome. I will manifest my destiny anew. Await my emergence and tremble, traveler. You have reason to be afraid.
Come on, you little cocoon. Ooh, what is her transformation?
Oh, she looks cool.
Yeah, she does. Crimson Witch of Embers. Nice.
She definitely had the Wicked Witch laugh, too.
Yeah, great name.
Pale flame,
Ooh,
lay waste to frozen shell and witness my suffering. In fires of sin and retribution, your soul will be incinerated.
Man, I know we can't lose because we die, but I don't want to lose her either. She's cool. She's a fun villain.
So strong, but how?
Work out. Protein shakes.
I don't think we're gonna fully defeat her.
No, I think she will.
I am a Snizhnayan diplomat. You know what happens if you lay a finger on me, swear. If you strike me, I will make sure. The Fatui will make sure that your precious Inazuma. Stop! I order you! And you! Filthy rats! All of you!
Oh! Destroyed.
You are the enemy of eternity.
Oh, shit.
But as the victor, I acknowledge your honor. Therefore, I shall allow you to leave Tenshukaku alive.
Thanks.
Yeah. Aw. Bye, La Senora.
The Raiden Shogun isn't gonna let us off just like that, right?
What? You want her to, like, punish us?
The air feels suffocating. It must be the Raiden Shogun's almightiness.
Senora is slain.
One strike from the Shogun and now Senora's gone. She got what she deserved, but Paimon still can't help but feel upset. Why are they doing it? Why are the Harbingers collecting all the no-seeds? Huh? Traveler, you got a headache? Chin up. Let's get out of this place. Paimon feels unsettled.
We're doing Morse code.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, we just keep pumping it up. Hit that space bar.
Also, when the Shogun executed Senora with the Muso no Hitotachi, it was unbelievably powerful.
Mm-hmm.
It seems impossible to defend against. And if so, we've got no hope whatsoever of defeating her in combat.
So we're not trying to defeat her in combat, we're trying to bring her on our side, so. Both trying to live. Yeah, Miko's plan.
So, to recap, Yaimiko wants us to go back inside the plane of Euthymia by the statue of the Omnipresent God.
Take a pay.
Oh, but we'll be like lambs to the slaughter, won't we? Oh, maybe we could put this plan on hold for a while? There's the sound of electro zapping in the air. Paimon can barely breathe. Are you okay? You're so silent.
Got this headache and you keep talking.
Now back to my slow walk.
I'm in a daze. So noisy outside.
Sounds like there's a lot of noise coming from outside Tenshikaku. Has a fight broken out or something?
This fight's breaking out all over the land.
Oh, the guards seem really nervous. Well, let's go see what the situation is, shall we?
What's up, gang? Whoa. Crap.
There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow.
Damn. Definitely surprised her.
Yeah.
You're all so dead. Successfully euthymia?
So we meet again. Indulge my curiosity. What is the reason that I find you standing here before me once again? Do you hope your foolhardiness will shelter those people? Or was it simply a means of seeking an audience with me?
The latter.
Can it be both?
Yep.
Oh? Surely you didn't rouse me from my state of eternal meditation only to tell me this. If so, then you underestimate me. I am quite well informed about the Vision Hunt decree.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know everything that's going on, though?
Not so. Only everything that pertains to eternity. The Vision Hunt decree has my tacit approval. The Fatui's actions thus far do not constitute a threat to eternity. Otherwise, they would have been purged long ago. Individual ambition is inherently incompatible with eternity. What you might not realize is that all too often, people have far more to lose by chasing their dreams. Consider this. No one will lose their life on account of having their vision taken away. Rather, those who have lost their lives are the ones who insisted on pursuing their own aspirations, are they not?
Tepe.
Traveler, your existence is unique in my eyes. There seems to be limitless uncertainty in you. To put it another way, you are the furthest thing from eternity. So, I won't insist that you comprehend the meaning of my actions. What matters is that I tread the path of eternity on my people's behalf.
Is it for your people, though? Okay, by your consciousness.
That's right. Huh. I'm surprised you understand it so well.
Well, yeah, Nico talks about it.
Anyway, you're looking for a chance to shake my will, aren't you?
I'm here to debate your ideas. Here to demolish them.
So be it. Well then, you who would defy eternity, time for you to enlighten me.
Oh, shit.
Do you wish to become the enemy of eternity, traveler?
If I have to.
Order, please. Dear me, aren't you cutting it rather close?
Yeah, Miko!
Miko, this was your doing?
Now. Don't forget who taught you how to place your consciousness in objects. Surely you don't think your ambition alone is enough to shake A's will, do you? Though you alone are here, they too have ambitions, which they long since entrusted to you. Now then, close your eyes.
We can abolish the Vision Hunt decree.
Now who fights for the people?
You've lost, eh?
Yes, I have.
Why can you not trust your people and in the power of their ambitions? These ambitions have transcended space and time. They are something that no one can snuff out. Is this the lesson you learned from your journey in Liyue? There are nations where humans cast their god aside and stride forward. So are we to just abandon the notion of progress for the sake of wishful thinking?
You and I have both witnessed the great loss that progress can bring. Eternity. Eternity is the only way. When lightning flashes, it casts a shadow. My name means shadow. With my blade, I purged all obstacles to progress. And yet, something was lost with each step forward. In the end, I even lost her. The tales are still retold in the shade of every Thunder Sakura. But the wounds left on our nation by that terrible loss still ache. Never stop searching, even if only for a brief flash of light. If nothing else, we have the present moment. She said that once. But I've seen a nation stride forward and lose everything to the heavenly principles. Perhaps only if time stands still will the lightning's glow never fade. The present moment is a fragile illusion. Only eternity can bring us closer to the heavenly principles. I am no longer the shadow. Mine is the most supreme and noble form. Let power over the realm be vested within me. In this form shall I honor my subjects' dream, for a land of eternity, unchanging forevermore.
The heavenly principles. Irrelevant nonsense as far as I'm concerned.
She's the
When all
best.
said and done, all you really want is to protect your beloved Inazuma forever and
Exactly.
ever. Isn't that right?
That would be something of an oversimplification.
But is this nation worth existing for eternity? Stripped of ambitions, stripped of the potential for change, it does nothing more than simply exist. It is a hollow shell of a nation. I wonder what loss would it really be to anyone if such a nation were destroyed?
Miko, retract your words. Never changing eternity is the promise I made to my people.
But what your people need from you is not your promises. They want your attention, your divine gaze.
You mean visions? Humans have a lifespan of barely 100 years. They cannot afford to bear any extra losses. But I have experienced it all. That is why I have chosen to guide them along the correct path toward eternity.
But eternity is far too cruel a fate for you, eh?
For me?
Not only have you stopped paying attention to the world, but you have stopped paying attention to yourself.
You let
You
yourself
must have
go,
been
girl.
terribly lonely here, all alone, for centuries
yeah.
on end.
But it is necessary.
You will miss much by refusing progress. You seek to prevent loss, but have you considered all you are losing by remaining here in stasis for all eternity?
Good point.
You're obviously lonely, and yet for the sake of eternity, you choose to stretch your loneliness out to infinity. Tell me this. Why is the sky here that was once so dark glowing again? Why now? This is your plane of euthymia. It's your inner world. So it can only mean that you are happy to see me again. You have found the loneliness here unbearable for a long time now, haven't you?
How could you not?
have nothing to say to that.
Which means it's true.
But I have so much to say to you. Let me tell you all that has happened over the last few centuries.
How long will that take?
A while.
20
As
minutes.
a Fox envoy, I have an excellent memory. I recall every detail of the last few centuries with perfect clarity.
Can you do it in the
will
Billy
probably
Joel
take me another few
style
centuries
of
to
We
relay
Can
it to
Start the
you.
Fire?
Miko, I never thought I would have the chance to meet with you like this again. Seeing you again is a change to eternity. And a very nice surprise.
Since you are willing to admit that, I suppose that means we can still be friends?
What a childish conversation this is. Anyway, now that I have been defeated by you and your plan, I will honor your wish to abolish the Vision Hunt Decree.
Yay!
But, with regards to eternity and the question of whether this nation should move forward, I need time to give it some thought.
You are the one who's been acting like a child from the very beginning. As promised, the Raiden Shogun abolished the Vision Hunt Decree. Finally, her people's wishes penetrated her locked heart. Beyond the plane of euthymia, she saw what eternity means in the eyes of the world. When one's fervent ambition burns brightly, the gods will cast their gaze upon you. Some ambitions have the power to heal wounds, to bring victory, to inspire hope. But some ambitions outlive their masters long after the soul ascends. They remain as they were in the beginning. Burning bright and true for all eternity.
So what did you guys do in the Raiden Shogun's plane of euthymia anyway? Is the Vision Hunt Decree abolished?
It's all thanks to Yai Miko. Yep.
Oh, gotcha. Paimon was super worried, you know. So maybe the reason Yai Miko is looking for us now is because she wants to thank us. Let's go find her.
Lots of tasty treats. And Mora.
Why, hello. if it isn't the triumphant traveler. And why might you be visiting the shrine? A sign of piety, perhaps?
You literally told us to come meet you here!
I was just joking. I've been waiting for you.
Seems like someone's in a pretty good mood.
Catching up with an old friend I hadn't seen in years was truly delightful. By the way, I heard that you had a duel before the throne, with a Fatui Harbinger no less. Courageous and astute. I must say, I am most impressed.
Yeah, it's a spur of the moment kind of thing.
Defeating Signora head-on in a duel means that your strength exceeds my expectations. Still, you did end up victorious. I gather congratulations are in order.
It sure feels good to finally thwart the Fatui plan for once. They caused plenty of trouble along the way, but at the very least, they didn't get their hands on another Gnosis.
Wait a second. Did you say Gnosis? As in, the little thing that looks something like a chess piece?
Yep, that's the one. You've seen one too? Gnosis belong to the Seven. They're what keep them connected to Celestia.
Oh.
What's wrong?
I handed that over.
You did what now?
Well, how else was I supposed to save your skin from the Balladeer exactly?
This is long.
The Balladeer is number 6 of the Fatui Harbingers. In terms of strength, he is superior to Signora. I'm not the kind of person who risks life and limb for any old reason.
For once, Paimon just does not know what to say.
Yeah, why was the Gnosis in your hands?
After A created her puppet vessel, she no longer had anywhere to put it. As her erstwhile closest friend, A handed it over to me, and I've kept it in the Grand Narukami Shrine ever since. She no longer needs the power of the Gnosis, and in any case, she tells me she has severed ties with Celestia. Thus, the Gnosis became not only useless, but also a potential source of conflict. Is that not a good bargain, exchanging it for the one at the core of the plan? Judging by the results, at least, I dare say I struck a good deal.
When you put it like that, Paimon has to agree. The Traveler is worth more than a Gnosis. Well, what's done is done. And I hardly think we'll be getting it back now. Let's leave the past in the past. So anyway, you still haven't told us why you called us here today.
It's to thank you.
Really?
You intend to travel all over Teyvat, and the time has come for the Inazuma leg of your trip to come to an end, has it not?
So
As a
soon?
mark of my gratitude, I will answer any questions you may have about the road ahead or the events of the past. What would you like to know about?
Jeez. Oh, my sister. Okay, yeah.
Sorry, I haven't a clue. I'm also unfamiliar with the god you describe. But if you still have doubts about A, I would say they are misplaced. Not only does she not fit your description, but she voluntarily gave up her Gnosis long ago, severing her ties with Celestia in the process. That's good to hear. Otherwise, given that I'm her familiar, it could have made our relationship rather awkward, don't you think?
Don't worry, we aren't looking to pick a fight with you.
Hell no. It's true.
I wish you the best of luck. May you soon discover the truth behind it all. As for your sister's whereabouts, I will use all the resources at my disposal to investigate it, and I will also borrow some of Ayato's people from the Shiumatsuban. I'll let you know if I find out anything. Consider it part of my means of thanking you.
Okay.
That puppet was built with technology that has been lost to time. Perhaps she, as a god, is the only one privy to the knowledge of its origins. Still, there's one other thing on this topic that I suspect you may be curious to know. Before A began modifying her own godly form, she took it upon herself to create a prototype puppet.
There's another puppet?
So, you mean there are 3 Raiden Shoguns?
No, the prototype was merely a proof of concept. Its appearance and intellect were not based on A. It was a test.
But have we met this puppet?
The original plan was for A to simply discard it. But perhaps A thought this to be too cruel, because in the end she chose only to seal the power within it. Later, this puppet wandered Inazuma as an ordinary human male with his own consciousness, until the Fatui took an interest in him.
Ugh, not the Fatui.
Some eccentric geniuses in the ranks of the Fatui made adjustments to the prototype, not only unsealing his power, but very likely rendering him even more formidable than his original specifications. The object of divine creation is now the one who has taken possession of the Gnosis. And the prototype puppet is now known as the Balladeer.
That's cool.
What a crazy story!
Good twist.
It is, isn't it? Who can say whether it's coincidence or destiny? I'm surprised an outlander like you is aware that there was once a change of Electro Archon. Few citizens of Inazuma are aware of this.
Morat's told us. He said that the Electro Archon Ball has passed away.
Yes. The truth of the matter is that there were two twin gods, Baal and Beelzebul.
Twin gods?
They won the Archon War together, and when Baal established the shogunate, Beelzebul became her Kagemusha, or shadow warrior. In other words, she acted as Baal's body double. Beelzebul is A, with whom we are now both acquainted. Baal's name was Makoto. As far as the world was aware, there were not two, but one. They complemented each other, and they ruled Inazuma jointly, so there was no need for the public to know the truth. In fact, the name Baal and the title of Raiden Shogun was understood to refer to both of them. Right up until...
Until what?
Makoto died several hundred years ago in a war that I was not personally involved in. Since then, A has assumed the shogunate.
Losing her sister must have been super hard on A.
I think so.
That was when A began to change. Makoto was her greatest loss.
Paimon feels like she understands A a lot better now after finding that out. So what kind of god was Makoto?
I didn't spend a great deal of time with her, but my impression was she was a gentle god, who in each moment cherished the beauty of what was before her.
Wow.
After leaving Inazuma, I think it would be easiest for you to go to Sumeru.
Ooh, Sumeru! We've run into loads of scholars from there on our journey so far.
Yes,
I'm just
well,
hearing Subaru.
Sumeru is the land of the god of wisdom, where the quest for wisdom and knowledge is never ending. But their obsession gives rise to some truly inexplicable things. For example, in Sumeru, knowledge is holistically managed as a resource.
Knowledge is a resource?
Yes. I don't know whether it was the sages or Lesser Lord Kusanali who came up with the idea.
Lesser Lord Kusanali? That's a cute name.
Oh, you haven't heard. Lesser Lord Kusanali is the deity in whom the people of Sumeru place their faith.
Okay.
It's their chosen term of endearment for her. I'm sure you must have some things to discuss with her too. I wish you all the best.
Okay.
Thanks.
Are you sure? Okay then. Oh, Traveler. Do you still have the Omamori I gave you?
Of course, I'll keep it in a safe place.
Keep it safe. Is that all you intend to do with it?
I tend to use it and call you.
There was me thinking that you might hang it around your neck to show off to the world, telling everyone who inquired that it was given to you by none other than Yai Miko, the wise and beautiful.
Who in their right mind would do that?
Okay, I'll stop. Now, a question for you. Traveler, what is your ambition?
To be reunited with my sister, I guess.
I see. But that is merely a small goal.
Is
Based
it?
on what
Spinning thing
preoccupies you here and now. Your ambition should be something that transcends the world below and the starry sky above. Something that shines in unison with fate itself. Perhaps the reason you do not possess a vision is that such an ambition has yet to be engendered within you. It's a possibility. Continue
You haven't found
on
our
your
true
journey,
purpose.
and maybe that moment will come to pass.
This was a great part, and I mean, the Senora boss fight and taking on the Raiden Shogun, Yai Miko just doing Yai Miko shit and being awesome.
Yai Miko is so great. She's got this presence about her, and this she exudes this confidence. She's not fazed by like anything. Didn't like her necessarily at first, or like didn't have a good read on her at least.
Yeah.
And now we do. And so now whenever she shows up, I'm just like, we're in for some fun. And that sort of battle between her and the Raiden Shogun, fantastic.
Yeah. And should have known, Scaramouche, we do the Fandango. Thunderbolt of lightning.
Very, very frightening.
Of course, he's also, I guess, a copy of the Raiden Shogun. That was a nice twist. And I get it. Like, I mean, I don't know. It felt like the A was kind of like a parent trying to keep their kids like forever, like young and innocent, and well, I don't want to grow up, because then if they change and they grow up, then there's like heartbreak and pain to that is going to happen to them. I just want them to stay like optimistic and youthful, and not have to worry about any of that. Like, it's just like, it seems like, yeah, so it felt like A was just a very protective mother.
I got that same impression that it was sort of like this suffocating desire to protect, because in the like, if you go out there you could get hurt mentality, you stay inside but you never really get to live either. It's like everything they're describing, it's like, don't be wrong, I don't like to hurt.
Yeah.
I don't think it's something that any of us enjoy, whether that's like physical or emotional pain, but it also lets us know we're alive. Like, you have to have the two sides of the coin. Like, it's the really bad times that make us really appreciate the good times. If we had nothing but good times all the time, then we wouldn't recognize it for being special. Yeah,
exactly. And Yai Miko put it well. It's not a nation worth saving if it's the same thing with life in general. If you're not like changing and evolving, and also just taking chances, if you're just doing the same thing over and over again, that's boring.
Yeah. New experiences, a diversity of life events to live through. Like, these are the things that when you hopefully reach like the ripe old age of 80 or 90 something, you can look back and be like, damn, I had a well-lived life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had heartbreak, and yeah, I cried, and yeah, I had loss, but I also had love, and I also laughed belly laughs, and like, like, that's the good stuff, is being able to look back and just having experienced a plethora of what life has to offer.
Yeah. And, she was saying that, oh, isn't it better just to have never had the ambition at all? Like, because ambition can lead to heartbreak, and, you take a chance and chase your dream. I mean, how many people had a dream of, either like playing a professional sport or being a professional musician, or having, any other type of dream job. They chase it, and then like, if you don't reach it or whatever, yeah, it's disheartening, but I mean, other things can happen. I mean, we both started out as, pursuing acting and whatnot, and they just led to this. So you never know where it's going to lead you if you don't take that chance. Like, we could have each had our own opportunities to go down different paths and chase different careers and whatnot. And, it's tough to say whether that would have been better if this one is, because you never know. I mean, how it is, but all I know is that I really enjoy where we've ended up.
Not everyone will have this opinion. Some people will prefer to play it safe, but from my perspective, I'd rather go for it and fail so that I can say like, hey, I tried and it wasn't for me, than to have never tried and kind of always wonder and possibly regret for the rest of my life. Like, well, what would have happened if? What if I had taken that chance? What if I had put myself out there, and maybe I would have looked foolish, but like, maybe everything would have happened the way I dreamed it could.
Yeah, I think a lot of times people often say that they regret the things they didn't do, not the things they did do. Even if the things they did do didn't end up, working out the way that you wanted them to. And even if it doesn't have like such a happy ending and whatnot. I mean, just think about different, this has not been our first relationship.
True.
We both dated other people before, and, so.
Well, and as you said that, I was thinking to myself, like, yeah, thank God. Because like, you don't know what you're doing in your first relationship.
Yeah.
I mean, I certainly didn't. Like, you've never experienced it before. You're trying to figure it out. Like,
Mhm.
your basis for what makes a good relationship or a healthy relationship, it might be your friends, it might be your family, your parents.
Mhm.
They're not always doing it right or the best. And what works for them might not work for you. So, like, you're figuring stuff out with your first relationship, with your first few relationships. So, like, yeah. Thank God we were each other's first relationship.
Agreed. I mean, props to those people that have been able to stay with their first, relationship and work it all out and everything. Like that's super lucky.
Yeah, that's very impressive.
Let us know what you thought about this down below in the comments. And if you want early ad-free access to our Genshin Impact reaction, check out Patreon. Links in the description of this video. Go to patreon.com/definitenotdefinitive. And you can get early access to our other channel as well by doing that. But if you want early access just for this channel, then check out the little join button down below.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for watching Genshin Impact with us, but just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.